Think of how demoralizing that is, though,
Yeah.
for a defense when you know that it. And
It's-
you're still going to try,
right? But
at
it's
some
slow
level
death.
of your brain, you're thinking, if they get within 2 yards of the damn, we get just put the first down and start over again. And we got to go do this damn play that physically is painful,
Well,
where
right.
we're all pressed into the phone booth together,
and keeps
they
you on
love
the
it.
field. And now the time of possession, it all starts to pile up, and that's where they kind of wear teams down in the fourth quarter. We saw that all last year. They killed time of possession again last night. It was 26 first downs to 12 first downs. They outgained the greatest show on turf, and I don't even think the Eagles played great offensive football, of course. So that's going to be the interesting thing. We know the Eagles are real. I mean, again, I'm in the class of would be pretty shocked if they were not in the NFC Championship game. I'll go that far.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's football and things can happen. The Dolphins, on the other hand, are a question to a degree, because what we see again here with the Dolphins, and I think the thing that they're going to have to answer is, wait, is your game and this game, and we know they're a good football team, and I know they're not totally healthy and at 100%, but is their game and the way they play, is it going to work? You know, if they have to go play in Kansas City when it's 5 degrees late in January, and I don't know. I still think those are questions. Guys are not going to be as fast. The field slows down in those football games. Of course, you're playing better defenses. You know, it is 15 or 20 degrees, so guys don't move as fast. The game changes that way. The ball doesn't move through the air, the same way. And Tua already doesn't have the strongest arm, as we know. So I think those are some of the things that, the Dolphins are going to have to figure out, or the things we're going to look for in them as we kind of come down the second half of the season.
There are games that stand out on the schedule the moment they remove the sheet from it in May, and there are games that become more consequential as the season unfolds. We know that the Chiefs and the Dolphins will play in Germany in 13 days.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest games of the regular season,
Definitely.
and we'll learn a lot about the Dolphins then as they go against an elite team, because their schedule isn't rife with elite teams.
Right.
However,
Yeah.
Week 17,
Yeah.
December 31,
Right.
Dolphins at Ravens.
Yeah.
We'll learn a little something more about the Dolphins and their
100%.
ability to take that show on the road
Right.
in wintertime.
Yep.
And this, for them, it'll be great. It's perfect. It's a little preview,
Yeah.
good, bad, or otherwise,
Right.
of what's coming when they get to the postseason. And I think the one thing they need to take away from this is they pick up their second loss, and you look at the Chiefs, who have one loss,
Yep.
the Ravens, who have two, the Jaguars, who have two. You really want, if you can pull it off,
I think it's
force
Yeah.
home. I mean,
Yeah.
home field advantage this year really hasn't mattered.
Yeah.
But you get to the postseason, Miami versus
They're a different
Baltimore,
team in Miami.
Kansas City,
Yeah.
Buffalo,
Right.
Cincinnati, Cleveland even possibly, based on the way the Browns are putting it together. You don't want to go north of Florida. At most, Jacksonville. We'll go to Jacksonville. Beyond Florida, you don't want to go there if you're the Dolphins. And if you can make everybody come to you, that's going to be a much easier path to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think that's very fair. They definitely, to me, jump out as a team that I think maybe would benefit from home field advantage as much or more than any other team that's in the playoff race right now in football. Yeah, warm weather. It's all of that's conducive to a high-flying offense. They cut the grass short there in Miami, so the field plays like it's as fast as it possibly can be. All those things are an advantage. They're, of course, used to the heat. They're in shape for it. That's where teams kind of wear down a little bit at times down there, playing against them, running around going, oh, my gosh, I'm sick of chasing Waddle and Tyreek Hill, right? So they got all those things.
And your theory about the built-in distraction, that you're bringing a team into Miami.
Right, exactly.
They're in Miami.
Right. Hey, let's go to the
let's
beach.
go. Let's
Hey,
go.
look
It's
at
Miami.
This. Whoa,
Yeah,
look at all this eye candy at the beach. Let's go to this part. Let's go to this bar. Check out this. Whatever. Yes, it's can be distracting down there. The fact that we went through the game and the Dolphins, all these statistics, right? We're in the pregame show. We got a thing rolling on the side that they're number one, a scroll, because we can't even fit it all on one page, right? Oh, it's the greatest show on turf. And then to make the offense look like ordinary
Yep.
the whole night. I mean, let's not forget. The Dolphins scored on a pick six. The Dolphins scored on a field goal where they got 0 yards because Jalen Hurts fumbled stepping up into the pocket. Other than that, there was like one drive the whole night. And I think when you break it down, one, hey, yes, their left tackle was hurt. One of their guards was hurt, so that hurt them for sure. But as you see here, the pocket is collapsing in a hurry, and they had a good feel for the offense. There was no big plays to speak of by the Miami Dolphins. They couldn't get anything going that way. Right, you had one run, I think, in the third quarter by Mostert, and then you had a 3rd and 18 throw to Cedric Wilson, and then one other play to Tyreek Hill that would classify as explosive plays.
That was a thing of beauty, though. The touchdown near the end of the half, the 27-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
And because when Tua Tagovailoa let go of the ball, I thought he overthrew it.
Yeah, right.
And Tyreek Hill exploded through the bracketed coverage and caught it, and it was amazing. But that was it. That was it. You look at the numbers, and it's like, wait a minute.
Yes.
Is this for the first half?
Yes.
Or is this for the whole game?
That's what I'm trying to say. They're kind of eye-popping when you see it, right? You kind of go, damn. I mean, you're sitting there watching the game. The game was close, like you said, for a while, so you don't look at the stats as much, and you start to, the game's over, or you get to the end of it, you start to look at it and go, yeah, really, wait, the Dolphins didn't really move the ball all night. Now, I know they had the one series where they got down there close, and they went for it on a 4th down, right? But that was where Jalen Hurts threw the pick 6, I think, the very next play. That was Tyreek dropped the touchdown. Then there was the 4th down, should have been face mask on Cedric Wilson call and a pass interference. That didn't happen. But yeah, it was tough sledding there for the Dolphins. And that's where I'm interested to see them as we go forward here. Team takes away big play. 1st and 2nd down, the Eagles played a lot of 5-man fronts. So, yeah, you don't want to run into that look. And then, yet they have the ability to rush all 5 if you keep the pass, if you decide to pass the ball. Or they're so good, 4 rush, 1 drops out, and Hassan Riddick's such a great athlete, or a Josh Sweat's such a good athlete that they can drop into coverage and kind of be a nuance there. But the Eagles got it all. They really do. They're one of the best teams in football. And I think they clearly showed last night, we know the Dolphins are good. We know that. They're not in the class of the Eagles, which makes me think that they're not quite in the class of the 49ers. And who else do we want to put up there in that category with those two teams? Because I don't know. As I look at the Chiefs.
We'll see them in Germany.
Right. The Chiefs play a style of football that I think will match up better with the Dolphins. It's not about just we're going to overpower you, right? It's going to be a little bit more high flying.
Is there an AFC team that would fall into this category?
I think Baltimore. I think Baltimore is the team I would look at.
I'm December 31.
Exactly right.
Currently set for 1 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.
Maybe migrating.
They got some of that Eagle
to prime
formula
time
to work
because it's Vikings-Packers that night on Sunday Night Football. So maybe it'll be.
Please, NFL, save
Dolphins,
us. Save us.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.